Clayton, Ontario is only 20 kilometers from the city of Ottawa, but last February, Susan Harrington was reminded of just how rural it is. She was brushing a horse when it got spooked and slammed her into a stall where she collapsed.
I laid there for quite a while thinking I would get my breath back, but I never got my breath back.
With 4 broken ribs and a punctured lung, Harrington needed help. The only way to get it, crawl into the barnyard and up a hill where her 911 call finally went through. At the Clayton General Store, another story of a close call. Chris Armstrong's teenage children were driving to school on an icy morning when they hit black ice and skidded off the bridge and into the river. They survived, but when they tried to call their parents...
It was the 3rd try before he could get through. The other 2 tries, he could hear me, but I couldn't hear him, or vice versa. There was just no service. It wasn't very good at all.
What were you thinking at that moment?
Oh, panic mode.
It's not supposed to be difficult to find cell service here. Rogers shows this area as blanketed in LTE coverage. Same thing for Bell. But much of this town is a dead zone. This former Nortel telephone engineer uses a special app to map out the places around Clayton where you can get a strong LTE cell signal. And it shows there's nothing at the general store. But strangely, out here, 7 kilometers from town on a quiet country road, a strong signal.
I'd like to see Bell Canada or Rogers or TELUS do what they say is covered here. It's spotty at best.
Bell concedes that optimal coverage may not be available at all times. Rogers says it continues to monitor the quality of its coverage in the area. Last Thursday, 3 levels of government connected to promise $152 million to fill the gaps in Eastern Ontario's cell coverage. But with no tower approvals in place and no timelines, it could be years before emergency calls made here go through. Stu Mills, CBC News, Clayton.